Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is my birthday. I am 23 years old. It is golden year or something like that. I'm having a quarantine birthday. So for this video, I thought I would do 23 things that I've learned in 23 years. And this is all personally for me, 23 things I have learned. They're not 23 things you should follow about life or whatever. It's just 23 things that I have personally learned, so please don't think this is the way you need to follow life, but it's just the way that I have learned about life in 23 years. So by the way, I got a haircut. It is so short and I really like it. It looks like a wig. It's so weird, it looks like a wig. It literally took maybe 5 minutes to actually straighten it, which is a fourth of the time it usually takes to straighten my hair when it's long. I just feel like it's a nice birthday look for 23 years old. So let's get into the video of 23 things I have personally learned in 23 years. So what I'm gonna do is I've already completely shot this part, but I thought I should read it just from my computer because I think when I was reading this before I was going on tangents for each of them, but I don't want to make this video too long because it's 23 things I've learned. So I'm just gonna read it from my computer and hopefully it doesn't look too weird. So 1, don't fully trust people. Protect yourself at all costs because your well-being is the most important. Be cautious. 2, trust someone when they give you a reason to, and once they have earned your trust, give them the benefit of the doubt. Which sort of means I have a hard time trusting people. But once I really trust somebody, I find I am less stressed about life. If I trust them, and there shouldn't be any reason that I doubt them. 3, cry it out. Even though it's often I cry, I find it super cathartic rather than holding it in. Going through the process of deep sadness can bring out the ability to talk yourself out of that sadness. 4, take time to be alone with your thoughts and shut off for a while. There's peacefulness in solitude. 5, spend time whenever you can with your family because you never know how much time is left. 6, don't give energy to things you know that will hurt your heart, whether that's a certain situation or a person. 7, friendships, relationships with any person is a two-way street. Don't keep people around that don't care about you, even if it hurts to let them go. 6, love sucks, but can also teach you a lot of things. Getting your heart absolutely destroyed teaches you a lot of things. You'll learn about the kind of love you give and what you deserve. You'll also learn about, I feel like, just how to love somebody in general and how, learn about what toxic behaviors you may have and how you need to change them. 9, if you love someone, truly love someone, but they aren't communicating that back to you or making you feel the way that you feel about them, you have to let them go, which leads into number 10, you can't make someone love you. 11, depression is really weird. I started feeling sad in 7th grade due to sad events started happening. People started dying, which I hadn't dealt with before, so that's why it was kind of triggering that sadness, I think. Anyways, I've always been sad since then. Once I figured out what it was really scary, but it's important to try to figure out what makes you sad and how to go through episodes and come out of them okay. Depression isn't all the same, and each person who deals with it is completely different, but it's up to you to grab a hold of it and try to figure it out. 12, death is awful. It doesn't make sense, it hurts really bad. Although time makes it hurt less, it doesn't make it any easier to understand, and it's always going to hurt. 13, personally, and this is personally, again, I've learned that there was a reason for this is not true. Life can be really unforgiving, and that's just the way that it is. Little children's lives are taken away from cancer. Husbands and wives are taken away from their spouses. The golden boy is killed by a drunk driver. Your childhood pet walks away one night and you never see them again. But that's just the way life is. 14, time makes a huge difference. In death, love, and any sort of pain, time makes things somewhat easier. When I feel like I can't feel anything anymore and that this sadness of losing whatever it is will never go away, I think, well, I lost this person, and when that happened, I felt like I wasn't going to be able to feel anything but sadness again. But remember the other day when you thought about it and it didn't rip your heart out? It will take time, but I can do that again this time. And I live by that motto so deeply, even though it's not really a motto, I guess it's my personal motto, that you can get out of the sadness, and even though it really feels like you're just in this hole of darkness, you can get out of it. You can go back and look on, this really sucked, but I made it through. 15, acknowledge your highs. When it's sunny out and I've had the perfect day, I find myself acknowledging that today wasn't a day that I felt sad. Be grateful for those days. 16, simple acts of kindness to those around you matter, whether that's just holding the door, thanking someone for their work, wishing someone a good day, giving money to homeless people, the nice ones. Little acts like that can mean a lot to someone. 17, say thank you to everyone. I can't actually name everyone, but literally everyone you should be saying thank you to. At my department graduation, I will never forget how nice it was to talk to my professors, and this is just one experience, and thank them for different things they taught me. I truly learned so much from so many teachers I've had throughout my short life, and I will never forget many of the lessons I learned. Say thank you to restaurant workers, retail workers, janitors, or your parents for making you dinner. Thanks, Mom. Everyone, say thank you all the time, and before you know it, you'll be saying thank you when they're thanking you, and there's just big awkward thank you fest. 18, you never know the whole story. My mom annoyingly says this to me when I get pissed about things. However, getting the facts is rather important. Like, for this, for example, I used to hate Governor Scott and the fact that he was a Republican, but once I took the time to actually read about what he was doing, I realized he wasn't such a bad guy. Especially how he's been handling this pandemic, I think he is wonderful. Although it can be super hard, finding out all the details can be important in life. 19. 19 is huge. Learn your drinking limits. Otherwise, it will make for some very embarrassing stories that don't need to happen ever, ever again. 20. Being afraid can be a good thing and a bad thing. I'm afraid of a lot of things. I'm afraid of dogs, and although it can be paralyzing, it's taught me a lot about self-protection. However, being afraid can stop you from doing things, like a rabbit does. I think it's important to figure out when to be afraid and stay still, and when to not be afraid and go for it. 21. In the end, you're the only one that can make it happen if you want something. You have to work hard to get what you want, figure it out, and don't just sit there and complain. Make a plan and do it. 22. Dream big. Don't be complacent because that's all you've ever known. Shooting for the stars is good. Don't settle just because everyone else is. And number 23, you can cut your own hair. So those are 23 things that I've learned in 23 years. Again, this is just what I've learned personally, and I feel like it's all important lessons and have really grown me into the woman that I am today. Thank you for watching this little birthday edition. I'm gonna go celebrate my birthday and be happy that I'm alive and happy that I get to spend my birthday with my lovely mother and dog who I love very much. Also, just I guess as a bonus one, always tell somebody that you love them. I think it's important to tell people that you care about that you love them, because you never know when you're gonna get to say that again, and you don't want to look back saying, I don't remember the last time that I told them I love them. See you in 2 days, because I'm going to post another video on Sunday. So thank you and subscribe.